Yo, what is good, people of YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Plant-based meat is literally a scam. It's all about spreading awareness, spreading a new ideology of providing genuine insight into the level of tyranny and corruption that is going on. So, just spreading the good message. We gotta eat steaks. I love steak. Anyways, let's get right into this one. Eat your meat. Eat the protein. Look at this. It's real out here. It's no joke.
Pretty good.
It's very tender, juicy.
It's a lie.
I've never had plant taste like beef before.
It's like a beef burger. The
No.
flavor on this is outstanding.
It's a famous.
Introducing the Impossible Whopper with a patty made from plants, no beef.
No beef. Made from plants.
Plant-based meat storms our grocery store shelves. Now restaurants are featuring.
I never ate this stuff. It's the real deal or no deal.
everything from Impossible Burgers to Beyond Sausage breakfast sandwiches on their menus. But is plant-based meat really healthier for you?
Impossible Burger and companies like that, they use a lot of
Is plant-based meat really better for you? Impossible. They let you know in the name. It's impossible to be better or healthier. It's a famous.
novel proteins. In other words, things in their meat that we really can't even fully understand.
Biochemistry, it's molecular biology, it's genomics, genetics.
Why are these companies going out of their way to make a non-meat product look, taste, and smell exactly like meat?
We could save our planet.
Plant-based meat?
The Matrix wants to train your taste buds into eating fake meat, to trick your mind into eating fake processed foods. They want to fool you. Okay, how much can we really get away with? They've taken it too far. Literally.
Is literally a scam. They say it's about having empathy for animals.
You know what the animals would say to you if they could speak?
They don't care about the animals. Do you really think they care about the animals? You really think the government cares about the animals? Out of your mind, right? No way.
Kelly! Where'd my tooth go?
They say it's for the environment.
Climate change is exploiting the world's land at an unprecedented rate.
Eating more plant-based foods and sustainably produced meats can change land use and mitigate climate change.
They say it's healthy.
I'm more active, I'm not as sluggish.
It takes less water, less energy.
When in reality, it's all about money. Plant-based meat companies have
Always
hijacked
about
our
money.
passion to sell us imitation meat that is made out of a bunch of cheap industrial chemicals and ingredients. Soy protein made from soybeans bathed in a solvent called hexane, a known
Soy products? That's why the derogatory term soy boy. You want as little soy in your body as possible to not be a soy boy. So eat real meat, quality. It's real.
human neurotoxin. Red number 3, food dye that's a carcinogen that's banned in cosmetics. Caramel coloring, a dye that causes cancer in rats. Tertiary butyl hydroquinone, sodium tripolyphosphate. Yum! These are just some of the ingredients found in plant-based meat. Ingredients that are absolutely terrible for you and are way cheaper than growing grass-fed cows, which we've been eating for hundreds of thousands of years.
So what is happening is that they're turning the original notions we had about food upside down. What was cherished the most?
It's clown world.
Previous generations
Upside down
were the
world.
nutrient-dense foods. And that, of course, included meat. And suddenly those products have become the ones that we should...
They want to tell you the sky is green.
These are confusing.
They want to... Dude, it's insane.
The right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper.
But luckily it's getting exposed. The lies are getting exposed. You have to wake up. You've got to unplug yourself
And yet,
and realize
society keeps
what
pushing
is going on.
There's a simple but significant way to help protect the planet and all its inhabitants. And it starts with just one day a week. One day without eating animal products.
Governments keep pushing it, and we all fell for it. This is the great plant-based meat lie.
How can you trust the government at this
Well,
point?
those Impossible Burgers, we showed a study the other day that was showing that it's toxic for rats. They fed rats the Impossible Burger, and the rats are getting sick.
Apparently, a lot of these vegan meats we've all been scoffing down because they're plant-based from the plant range are actually highly synthetic processed foods.
Plant-based meat is actually a food manufacturer's dream. Why? Well, think about it. Raising a natural grass-fed cow takes a ton of time, money, and resources. You need to feed them quality hay and grass. You need to take care of them for up to 2 years. And this all costs money. Over $2,000 per cow. That is why grass-fed beef costs food manufacturers $7.63 per pound. Pretty expensive. Now, compare this to the plant-based meat, which is made from America's cheapest, most subsidized crop.
Soybeans.
Right now, soybean meal costs American food manufacturers.
Soybeans. Soybeans. Just saying it hurts my throat. Soybeans.
A measly 25 cents per pound, compared to $7.63 for beef. That's
Stay away.
30 times cheaper than real.
This is a genuine health hazard. It's a PSA, dude. Bill Gates is trying to push this stuff. That's when you know. It's too far.
Which means, if you could find a way to make a convincing beef-like burger with this dirt-cheap soybean meal, you could charge the same price as real beef while making way more profit. All you need is some genius marketing, some colorful labels, a little dash of guilt, and you will be golden. And that's exactly what happened. Right now, grass-fed ground beef at the grocery store costs $7.99 to $10.49 per pound. While Impossible Foods' fake ground beef, this cheap soy franken meat costs around the same at $9.32 per pound. But here's the thing. Soybean meal by itself tastes horrible. If you want to make it taste like a real, delicious, juicy burger, you're gonna need a ton of chemicals, artificial ingredients, and some good old big food engineering.
Throw this puppy on the grill.
I like that. I like this dude.
This is the Impossible Burger.
I don't think he knows what he's promoting.
Made from the best, most natural ingredients America has to offer.
Here, what we have in front of me is all of those natural plant ingredients.
Yeah. And honestly, the Impossible Burger doesn't taste half bad.
The consistency of the Impossible Burger is so meat-like.
It's shocking. It's literally shocking.
It grills like a burger.
Those guys are funny. I like those guys.
Like a burger. But how does it...
But they don't know what they're doing.
Well, the chemical in real beef that makes it taste super delicious is called heme. Heme is a chemical found in cow's blood. So if you want your plant-based meat to taste like the real thing, you're gonna need to find a plant-based heme alternative. So you slapped on a lab coat and started experimenting. You wanted to find a way to extract the chemical heme from soybeans. And at first, you experimented on natural, non-GMO soybeans. But the taste just wasn't cutting it. Plus, in order to make a tiny bit of heme, you needed a whole truckload of...
You gotta stay up to date with these references. That's from the movie The Menu. It's a pretty interesting watch. It's out there. I'm just gonna warn you. That movie's kind of out there, but there's a lot of things going on.
These natural soybeans, which would be super expensive and ruin the whole point of this scheme. So you switched gears and started to experiment with genetically modified soy.
Plant-based
And
is a
guess what?
scheme.
It actually worked.
And
You
real
literally
meat
created
is the heme. Do you want the scheme or do you want the heme? You decide.
blood from soybeans.
Impossible Burger is a plant-based burger, the key ingredient, which a protein called soy.
Joe Rogan is a good mouthpiece. Props to Joe Rogan. He's a good voice of the generation. I like Joe Rogan.
Leg heat.
Tate on Joe Rogan. Tate on Joe Rogan. They don't want it to happen, but we need it to happen. Free Top G.
Globin.
But the thing about genetically modified soy is that it's sprayed with a ton of herbicides, specifically Monsanto's Roundup.
Not
And this
Monsanto.
contains a toxin called glyphosate,
No.
which has been linked to vital organ damage in animals, as well as cancer and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in humans.
Lymphoma?
As it turns out, glyphosate gets absorbed right into the flesh of the
You really want to
soybeans
walk
that
around to let people know I got lymphoma? Soy!
sprayed on. So it's not surprising that a ton of glyphosate has been found in Impossible Burgers, along with hexane, a known neurotoxin. But did this little glyphosate mishap stop you from releasing your burger to the public? No! You submitted a 1,066-page report on your soy leg hemoglobin creation.
Those guys dropping bombs!
to the FDA. And the FDA simply responded with no further questions.
What should scare the out of you about the Impossible Burger is all of the regulations that surround meat. None of them surround that.
The other thing with Impossible Burgers, so the primary ingredient is called soy leg hemoglobin, or SLH.
far.
So this is a bioengineered protein additive that adds meat-like taste and color. It does not meet the basic FDA generally recognized as safe, the GRAS designation, because it's not a food or even a food ingredient. And there's a
It's not even
document
food.
you can get. I think
Just
it
putting
came
chemicals
with
in your
the
body.
Freedom of Information Act. In the discussion in this document with the FDA, Impossible Foods admitted that up to a quarter of its heme ingredient was composed of 46 unexpected additional proteins, some of which are unidentified and none of which were assessed for safety in the dossier. Impossible Burger put the product on the market despite admitting to the FDA privately that they haven't done adequate safety testing. And according to these documents, quote, FDA believes that the arguments presented individually and collectively do not establish the safety of SLH, soy leg hemoglobin, for consumption, nor do they point to a general recognition of safety.
So they don't know what it does.
Which is
No
why
idea,
every
Joe.
bite you take in an Impossible Burger
Gives you
is
cancer,
potentially
Rick.
laced with toxic herbicides. But wait, there's more. Heme isn't the only thing you need to make a pathetic pile of soybean meal look
Do you
and
wanna be-
taste like real meat.
Do you want to be a pathetic pile of soy? We got to end these cancerous things. No, long live a healthy life.
You also need a ton of dyes, artificial flavorings, and bulking agents.
Real steaks. I've been eating a lot of In-N-Out burger. Hopefully it's not. I mean, In-N-Out's, I love In-N-Out.
That one tastes like a damn burger.
And they don't do plant-based.
That is a lot better than I thought it would be.
It tastes like a beef burger.
That is so yummy.
This can't not be me. This is impossible.
One of the
They took it too
ingredients
far.
in
They
Impossible
famoosed
Burgers
us.
is ferric
But I never ate
phosphate,
plant-based.
an ingredient
But
that's
now you know,
promoted
stay away.
as an iron supplement, but is also the
You've been
active
turning into a soy if you've been living off plant-based. So, just letting y'all know.
ingredient in slug pesticide. And what about caramel coloring? Another ingredient fake meat companies use. Sounds innocent enough, right? Well, this is a food dye that has been proven to cause cancer in mice. And tertiary butyl hydroquinone, yet another ingredient fake meat companies use? Common food additive that has been shown to cause liver enlargement and paralysis. But who cares about these dumb medical studies? All you care about is whether or not your genetically modified soy mash tastes like real beef. But there's still one crucial thing missing that makes a burger a burger. that satisfying sizzle. And where does that sizzle come from in real meat?
Angry just watching
Animal
this.
fat. We can't use that here. So what do? You dump in a ton of seed oils. Sunflower oil, canola oil, corn oil. You don't discriminate. And guess what? Just like soybeans, these seed oils are crazy cheap. And they're plant-based. Score! And the great thing is that the masses still think vegetable
Look at that.
oils
They're all plugged
are
in.
healthy, when in reality,
Did you see that? They're plugged in. Wake up. It's time. It's time.
So absolutely horrible for you, and have been linked to heart disease, liver damage, and cancer. But
You
cheap
think the
ingredients
government
aren't the only
cares? No, they want you to get cancer. They want you to be on meds. They want you addicted and sick. Turn you into a battery in real time.
thing about this business. This industry also has the full faith and backing of all the Western world's governments.
What are these? The sausages or the vegan ones?
Not only is fake meat a food manufacturer's dream come true, it's also the government's. Think about it. Your job as the government is to keep the masses fed
There you
and
go.
happy.
Yep.
Or else
There
they're
it is.
gonna riot.
Completely.
But the problem is, natural animal products like beef, eggs, and milk are unstable. When the economy drops, animal products are the first to go up in price because of how expensive they are to produce. Eggs are going up in price as we speak.
Yo,
And soybeans?
eggs. Oh my gosh. I went to, dude, it's real. It's like $10 for a dozen of eggs. What is happening, dude? It's bad. It's getting scary. And we gotta do something. I'm letting you know. It's time.
Soybeans are America's most abundant crop. They are
Soybean.
super cheap to produce. They're subsidized. They will pretty much never run out, and they last way longer than real meat. So, of course the government pushes plant-based meat. And to make sure the masses accept these cheaper options, the government will do whatever they can to make sure this plant slop is as sexy and fun as possible. And hey, if the colorful packaging will convince you, maybe Bill Gates will?
If I stop eating burgers,
This
which you
dude.
point out are a big carbon
Look at
culprit,
this guy.
will that really make a difference?
Well, if anyone's going to be scratching their head to solve the problem, I think humanity is grateful. Bill Gates is the one doing it.
Or maybe your favorite
Bill
celebrity.
Gates, dude.
Beyond meat. Now I've been hit with a truth today.
Kevin Hart doesn't know.
Take a bite and blurt out the first thing
He
that
doesn't
comes
know.
to your mind. Okay. Damn.
He doesn't
They
know.
can
He's
even
just doing it
pour
for the
these
cash.
Documentaries that will really get people feeling guilty about meat. Or maybe Meatless Mondays, a national school campaign that promotes plant-based meat.
Doing it to the kids, bro.
Children. So
They're getting them
as
young.
You can see, the entire fake meat industry is based on one thing: propaganda. And you want to know what else is entirely based on propaganda?
Breakfast.
We've been told our entire lives that
Nah,
breakfast
bruh.
is the most.
Skip it, intermittent fast, it'll change your life. 100%. This is a famous. Breakfast is a famous. Not even hungry in the mornings. There's a reason. Soybeans.
Important meal of the day. But in reality, that whole concept was completely fabricated to sell you lucrative breakfasts. And it was all concocted by one
Breakfast
man,
is a
man
famous,
by
dude.
the name of Edward Bernays.
Bernays.
Also known as the father of propaganda. Bernays was hired to sell the masses
Goes
on the
deep. It
importance
goes deep.
of breakfast. And we are going to expose it all in our next video. So make sure you subscribe. In the meantime, watch our recent video on the
And there you have it, people. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching this with me. It's been educational. We're going to be doing a lot more content for the greater good. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, huh?